And welcome on in, wagerweekly.com for a week 9 in the NFL. Looking at your Sunday card, we're up to 461, 462. Tampa Bay on the road to a Houston team that not only couldn't win last week, Paul Nolan, they couldn't cover against a winless Carolina team. I mean, listen, Houston's made obviously some improvements under DeMeco Ryans. I think he could be a decent coach in this league. But, I mean, is anyone mistaking them for, like, a good team? When I look at this game, I can't figure out how I know they're home. But how does the odds makers make them a 3? They opened 2.5 and 39.5, and now they're 3 and 40.
Yeah,
and it's like it's one of these situations where I look at this game and I think to myself, I almost have to lay the 3 with Houston because I know that every average guy who doesn't know what we know and do this like we do it is going to go, oh, Tampa Bay, they're the better team, better quarterback, better organization, better players, and I'm getting +3 against a team that couldn't even beat a winless team last week. That's easy money. I'm going to take the points +3 with Tampa Bay and not even worry about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm with you. This is a really confusing game because you can make so many cases both ways. For one, when you start with the strength of schedule, I mean, Tampa Bay has really had a pretty easy path so far. I think they're 23rd. And hang on, let me find that for you. 24th for Houston in strength of schedule, and Tampa Bay has had the 3rd toughest schedule. Tampa Bay has also been really good in the red zone. In fact, both of these teams have been good in the red zone. It's a confusing line as well because it looks to me like we're starting to see some of the warts of the rookie, and defenses are starting to catch up to him. We had that first game where he got sacked a million times, and he looked a little skittish. Then he settled in, started getting better. Then we saw the last 2 games, really hasn't looked good. And offensively, I feel like both of these teams – they defensively are better than you realize. Offensively, I think they're both kind of ready to regress. I mean, the Bucs have only allowed 12 offensive TDs, 4th best in the league, and Houston's only allowed 13. Both of these teams, I think, are going to look to grind this one out. Now, a little birdie told me that the league was going to start to force more pass interference calls downfield to try to get more offense going because the ratings have started to slip. We're seeing more unders than ever. We're seeing people betting more unders than ever. My intention was to start kind of betting overs more as the second half of the year went. But I feel like this is a perfect spot for an under because I think both of these teams, are going to really try to grind it out, play a little bit of keep away. The problem is, Tampa Bay really can't run the ball, but it's not like Houston's a great run-stuffing defense. And when you look at the DVOAs defensively, I just both of these teams are susceptible to long grinding clocks. So under 40 or 41 to me looks like a good value. I'm with you. It's a confusing line. I've made a case for both teams back and forth. If this went to 3.5, I'd be putting my teeth into Tampa Bay. If it was a 2.5, I'd probably have to lean the other way. The numbers say this should be a 3-point game to the home team, which should be getting 2.2 points at home based on their values. I'm with you on this one. I'm betting the under on it. As much as I want to start really shading to the overs the rest of the season, this is one of the few games I am leaning the under at 40 or 41.
All right, that's 461, 462. I think you hit it. C.J. Stroud, to me, looks like he's regressing. A lot of dinking and dunking the last couple weeks. Damian Pierce is averaging only about 46 yards on the ground. They're not running the ball well, so I can totally see your under here. But just on the side, for people interested in the side, it just seems to me that most people look at this game and immediately think, boy, Tampa Bay with points looks like the easy play. And I'm always going to be on the opposite side of what the public thinks is easy. So if I had to play the side in this game, Paul, I'd probably have to hold my nose and lay the 3 with Houston and see what happens here. But I think your under might be the better play.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, especially when you see that line, because it looks like it wants to go back to 2.5 the way the public is playing it. I don't really know any sharp guys involved in this game. Who have heavily invested in this game. I know a handful of guys who are sharp, but not monsters.
Your spreads on the game right now, 55% of the tickets are on Tampa Bay, only 45 on Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I think the narrative is starting to come in where Baker Mayfield is, he's going to regress back to his form. He's limited. And while CJ Stroud, he's promising, of course, but I think he's showing his warts a little bit. I really hope the kid turns into a superstar. The league is desperate for them. I don't know, man. Todd Bowles, I don't know if he's going to go, gonzo with the blitzing. They blitz so much, but they still don't get pressure. The only thing that hurts CJ Stroud is pressure. So if somehow, some way they can get pressure, I think this will be an easy under. I think this will come in around 36, 37 points. And I just can't see this game I can't see this turning into a shootout. But, who knows? The NFL is so fickle. Who knows?
Yeah, well, listen, another stat to your under would be there's only 5 teams in this league who are allowing fewer points per game than Tampa Bay is. So another stat that fits your under there. So, all right, that's 461, 462, Tampa Bay and Houston, 1 p.m. on your Week 9 Sunday card right here at wagerweekly.com.